Alright, so today I'm going to walk you through how to properly set up the Flipper Zero, how to update it, and how to flash different firmware like the official and custom builds, and how to install extra files the right way. If you're new to this, don't worry. I'm going to break this down step by step so it actually makes sense. And quick disclaimer before we move forward. This video is for educational purposes only. The Flipper Zero is a powerful multi-tool, and it should only be used on devices and systems you own or have explicit permission to test. Do not use it to access, interfere with, or disturb anything that is not yours. Always follow the local laws and regulations. I'm not responsible for how you choose to use this information. Use it responsibly. Alright, now let's get into it. First things first, you're going to need a USB-C cable. It's got to be a data cable, so the one that came with the Flipper is fine. A SD to micro or SD to USB, and a good quality micro SD card. I recommend 832 gigabyte from a solid brand. I'm using Rabbit Labs. And then you'll need a Flipper Zero, of course. The SD card is important. A lot of your files and apps will live there, so it's got to be good quality. Updating the official firmware. Before you jump into custom firmware, always start clean. Plug your Flipper into the computer with a USB-C cable. Go to flipperzero.1/downloads and download qFlipper. That's the official desktop app. Install it. And once it's installed, open qFlipper. It should detect your Flipper, and if there's an update available, click Update. Now you'll see your firmware channels. Release is the safest and most stable. Release Candidate, almost stable, testing phase. And then there's Dev, that's the newest features, might be unstable. If you're new, stick with the release. Then go ahead and hit Update. Let that finish installing, and click Continue and you're done. The Bluetooth mobile setup. This is optional. If you want mobile control, turn on your Bluetooth on the Flipper settings. Go to Settings at the bottom, Bluetooth, and then hit on. Next, you'll want to download the Flipper app on your phone and then connect to your Flipper. You're going to have to enter a pairing code. You can update it from there and explore apps. Now here's something important. If you're about to flash custom firmware from the desktop, close the mobile app first. You don't want to try two devices trying to connect to your Flipper at the same time. Now let's talk custom firmware. Official firmware has all the starter stuff. Custom firmware like Momentum adds extra features, more advanced tools, different interface themes, more flexibility. To install Momentum, go to momentum/fw.dev and click Install. Make sure your Flipper is plugged in, and then hit Connect. Select the correct COM port. Choose your firmware channel. Dev usually has the newest features. Mainline is the safest version, and Dev has all the fun stuff, and then Branch could be a little bit buggy, but it has all the crazy new stuff. Choose the latest version, and hit Install. This can take anywhere from a few minutes to 5 minutes. And once that finishes up, you can go ahead and grab your Flipper and hit OK. And now you can see my screen background is a little different. If you want to do that, head over to Momentum and select Interface and Graphics and Asset Pack. And right here you can choose any of the asset packs you want. Select the asset pack and go back, and it'll automatically change it for you. Installing extra files, BadUSB, NFC, SubGHz, IR, etc. Now let's talk those fun files. These are repositories online with BadUSB, NFC, infrared, SubGHz, and more. Example repository, you can go to GitHub user collections like Schizophrenic or Uber Guidos. Here's the important part. Do not just download the random zip files and dump everything in blindly. Instead, I recommend the method of GitHub Desktop. Download GitHub Desktop, And you can go copy the HTTPS URL of the repository. Open the GitHub desktop, go to File, Clone Repository, select URL, and then paste that URL, and then click Clone. Now it'll download properly instead of a messy zip file, because those zip files have zip files and zip files and zip files inside of them, so you'll be there all day trying to do that probably. It's going to ask you if it's for personal use or for a partner project. Just go ahead and hit personal use and click continue. Now you're ready for transferring those files the right way. Unplug your flipper and power it off. And remove the microSD card. This is much faster than transferring it over USB. You'll be here for days if you do it that way. And you'll need a microSD card or an adapter of some sort. Insert the SD card into your computer. Now, open the clone repository folder. You don't need to get the Git folder. Copy the folders you want and place them onto the SD card. Keep it organized and eject the SD card safely. Put it back into the flipper upside down. That's very important. It's always upside down. And power it on. Important notes, SD card transfer is way faster than cable transfer. Some antivirus programs might flag certain files and delete them. Don't worry about it because you probably won't use those anyway. That doesn't mean they're malicious, but be aware. Also, custom firmware may behave differently. If something breaks, you can always flash it back to the official firmware using qFlipper. That's the full setup process, from the official firmware to custom firmware, to installing extra files, changing the themes. Now you're fully set up. Next video, I'll break down how to actually use some of these tools properly. And remember, use this stuff responsibly. Only test on devices you own or have permission to test. All right, I'll see you on the next one.